Michael, you there?
Yes, I am.
So these girls, when I'm online, that have all their pretty cute pictures there, that live right in my town and want to meet me.
They're horny also.
Are they really there?
Yes. Well, no, they're not there, and you bring up a very interesting phenomenon. A lot of times those are webcam sites, and they use your IP address to find out where you're located, and then an automated program will then put into the chat message, girls waiting for you in such and such an area. And really, when you click on that, you'll find that it's just another spam site, and it's really not a person there on the other side.
And they don't want to meet Mark.
Doesn't surprise me. So, the internet seems to be full of pitfalls for those that are dating online. But there certainly are people out there that are trying to meet other people, and there's sites like OkCupid, Match.com. There's a couple of others that they're escaping me. It's not like it's the most important thing on my mind. I'm married, so it's not going to work out for me.
No. There's dating sites for men and women who are married and want to have extramarital affairs.
They just want my money, I can assure you.
There's a dating site for everything, right?
Oh, God.
Yes, there really is. There's dating sites for all types of interests, body types, anything that you can imagine. The trick is how many members are actually on that given site. Because if you go to the site and it's specializing in one thing and you see that there's only maybe 2 people in your area, it's really not worth it for you to sign up or pay money for.
Certainly not to pay money for.
Right.
So what are the best sites for people? I mean, what's the best way to figure out a site? Because you could spend it'd be a full-time job uploading your pictures and profiles to every site.
Right. You're totally right. And the site that I always recommend is Match.com because it has the most members. It has a lot of variety of people. Your area is usually filled with at least several dozen people that are active on the site, and it also has a good safety features that allow you to remain anonymous until you're ready to give out your private information to that individual.
So Match.com, I believe, costs money if you want to be on there. I think. I mean, that's certainly what I've heard. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage?
It's very much an advantage because when you're surfing the free sites, number one, it can be full of people that are looking to use the site to sell you things, so they can fill out profiles ad nauseum, whereas with a Match.com, they have to pay, and that weeds out some of the spammers, but it also weeds out persons that might not be of interest, that might not be exactly upwardly mobile.
So what about the free sites like OkCupid? Would you recommend them?
I would recommend them with a caveat. I would say that when you're surfing those sites, be very careful, like I said, for people that are pretending to be others. And it's really important to assess the other person's level of interest in the whole dating scenario. So if someone's willing to really pay money to find the love of their life, it means that they're serious about it.
So, and to me, that seems like it's a noble cause, no doubt. There are probably people who are listening right now that just want to hook up on a site. I mean, certainly there seems to be a lot of advertising towards that, so I would assume that there's demand out there. Is there, does that actually work, or is online dating really set up for people who really want to date?
Online dating is for everyone, so you can find the love of your life or just a lover right now. There are sites that allow you to upload pictures that are a little bit more risque, and they're geared towards helping you find somebody who will have sort of a friends with benefit relationship.
Now, one other thing that we kind of brushed across, but I really want to get back to it, is we were talking about which kind of pictures should we upload as the person who is doing the pursuit of online folks. But what kind of pictures should you look for of the people that are out there that have put things up?
Well, you want consistency, so you want to make sure that when you look at one picture after another of that same person, that it is indeed that same person. You also want to make sure that you find pictures with someone having a full body pose, because that tells you a lot about their state of mind. It tells you about their confidence level, and it also saves you time. It makes it more efficient so that you don't have to end up corresponding for months or weeks, and then find out that the person really wasn't, you weren't really attracted to that person.
How many pictures should I expect to see on a dating site from a person? Because the fewer pictures, the easier it would be for them to just put up a headshot and I say, oh, that's a really pretty person. I'm willing to take the chance that whatever, that she's missing a limb or whatever it is that I might be concerned about.
Well, people need to remember that human beings evolved not to do online dating. We evolved to meet in person. So we pick up a variety of visual cues from the people that we meet, as well as smelling their pheromones, other things like that. So dating online is really half of a proxy, really, for meeting in person. So with that being said, it's important to keep that in mind so that you upload as many pictures as possible. So I would say you'd want to have a minimal of about 4 or 5 pictures.
Now, I would imagine there are people that meet too quickly, that choose to meet people too quickly online, and people that choose to wait too long. What are the disadvantages to going too quickly and waiting too long, and what's the optimum amount of time?
Well, the disadvantages to jumping into something too quickly is that you look a little bit desperate, and you also don't give enough time to vet that person to see what they're really like. I, in fact, talk about some of these safety tips on thecommonsenseclicker.com about how it's important to really sort of assess who you're talking to. So an optimal amount of time is that you want to email with someone on the dating service for maybe a couple of weeks, and then move on to a personal email address or telephone call, and then maybe after a week or two of doing that and corresponding, then you set up your date. And it always should be, your first date should always be in a public place for safety reasons.
Michael Bastien from the Common Sense Clicker's Guide to Dating. Say it for me, commonsenseclicker.com?
Thecommonsenseclicker.com, yes.
The Common Sense Clicker Guide to Online Dating. Free Talk Live.